We have had a lovely 2 weeks off.
Yeah, we have.
It has been lovely.
It's been a really nice couple of weeks,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Yeah.
We weren't completely honest with you when we said we were having 2 weeks off. We had a wedding to go to the first week, but as you can understand, we didn't want YouTube knowing we weren't going to be here for a week.
No.
So how did it go? We had the weekend here, didn't we? We put the video up on a Friday.
Yeah, and so we're having 2 weeks off.
And having 2 weeks off. We had the Saturday and Sunday and Monday at home.
Yeah.
And we did a couple of just little jobs.
Yeah.
Things that just needed doing that we hadn't been able to fit in with the big stuff going on.
Yeah.
A weather strip on the back door.
Sorry.
A little bit of improvements on the plumbing and bits like that.
Yeah.
On the Tuesday morning, we left here at 11. We drove to Dublin to fly from Dublin to Birmingham.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Because Ben's from the Midlands.
I'm from the Midlands.
That makes sense then. Yeah.
So the wedding was going to be in the Midlands in Worcestershire.
Yeah.
10 minutes before landing, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to land. 15 minutes after that, ladies and gentlemen, we're very sorry. Birmingham Airport's closed for security. You're going to Manchester.
Yeah. So we've been to Manchester that neither of us had ever been to before.
No.
We can't say we saw any sights. We saw Manchester Airport and Manchester train station.
We then trained it down to Birmingham New Street, so that was 2 trains in itself.
Yeah, so we've also, well, you've probably been to Birmingham before.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Birmingham before, so we've been to Birmingham.
And then from Birmingham New Street into one of the stations in Worcester. So when we should have been in the car and at my mum's at 6 o'clock, we got to my mum's at 11 o'clock at night.
But it didn't really matter, did it? And the wedding was the next day.
Yeah. Mum's Thursday.
Yeah. Back on the train
to
Friday.
Kent
to see my family.
Yeah.
Fit in as many people as we can see in a really short space of time, but we had a lovely time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
The weather was good.
It was. Down to the seaside.
Yeah, off to the seaside.
Yeah, went to the seaside. We like the seaside.
Yeah.
And then on the Monday, back on the train to Gatwick and
flew back
to Dublin. And I think we got home Monday night.
About 11.
Yeah, so a week ago today,
home.
about 11 by the time we got in and got the kettle on. So.
And as you've become used to hearing, there's Barker Bark. As you can see, we have a little supervisor. He's probably going to follow us round, but we thought we'd come round here because we've had a little bit of a tidy, and of all the jobs that we have on the list to do, this is one that's quite high on the priority list, to get the rest of this grass from around the house to stop any water just sitting at the base of the house. So we had a exploratory, we like having exploratory digs, don't we? To see what we got here. So we're hoping that we'll be able to have a channel a little bit closer, because we arced it out, didn't we?
Yeah, but at the time it was a necessary, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we had logs here and wheelie bins and everything else, so it was a necessary. But now, as Dawn said, we put a channel here along the edge of the house, and then
hopefully it'll just run off.
That's the plan.
Into the
ditch.
Another thing that we've got on the list is this bit in between there, to clear that out. Obviously we have some pointing on the house to do.
Render to remove.
Yeah, render to remove that's blown. We'll repoint what needs repointing.
Because
we kind of hoped, maybe optimistically, last year that we'd start taking off the concrete off the front of the house.
Yeah.
But we just probably won't be able to get round to that. And the house isn't damp. So this year we'll probably just paint it white for the time being.
As you said, it's already concrete on the front.
Yeah.
So sticking a masonry paint on the front,
a non-breathable paint.
Yeah,
it is what it is. And for this year, it will look nice and clean and bright. And we'll sort the windows out as well. But obviously we're going to fix these, aren't we? Because we've got some holes.
But where some of this is obviously like there.
Yeah.
But if all of this pointing underneath is like this.
Yeah. It's only the patches where the render's been missing for
A long
years.
time. Yeah. Yeah, you get
that we've got some little patches of holes that will need repairing. But on a whole, it's in not bad condition.
Really good.
And it's the same story on the other end. But
we got a log store. Well, you've got a log store. You want to build the log store.
I wanted to build the log store, yep. And we will build it this year. We got IBCs running well off the barn, like we said before, with the farmer.
That's working ever so well.
That's working really well, and that's kept us.
We've had two weeks of lovely sun, and then a couple of days of drizzle, and then
yeah, and we haven't run out.
No, and we're expecting
so it's doing very well.
More rain. Last night, with this barn tank, as we call it, and the galv tank, 1,000 litres overnight, and that's just refilled us. But we're passing the back door.
Oh yeah, this is one of the little jobs that got done, that's been waiting.
Oh, ages. But
we put weather strip, Ben put weather strip on there.
Just a flagstone.
Yeah, which it extends into the house as well, doesn't it? Yeah.
But there's no gap between the flagstone and the door. So there has never been a weather strip, so when it really rains and winds, the rain goes in.
Yeah.
So I've just chucked a bit of angle down and then a weather strip as well. That's working really well. The
door needs sanding and restaining. There's lots to do.
There is.
There's always lots to do.
And a cat flap.
Yep, cat flap going.
The cats are now out. You know the cats were out.
Yeah, the
but
cats
now
were
they're out every day.
They're out all the time.
In and out, in and out.
They don't like it today because it's been raining. But
we did have a mink come and visit us in the kitchen the other day.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? I don't know if that was before we stopped filming or not, but we got a tiny little bit of footage of that, so we'll have to see if we can stick that in.
Dawn went.
He came in.
Oh! And I was expecting the cat with a mouse or a bird, and I looked up, and this mink decided he was going to come and have a look in the kitchen. So we got a little bit of footage of him.
IBC.
Third IBC is now plumbed in. That was just a freestanding tank, but that's now plumbed in. So we have 3,000 litres connected to the house. A little bit of plumbing work. We've now got water filters arrived from Amazon.
Yep.
So they'll be going into place. That's a spin down filter as a pre-filter, and then there's a sediment filter, and then there's a carbon block which then starts removing impurities, smell and taste. And the last stage, which we don't have yet, will be a ultraviolet light which kills bacteria, or it actually deactivates the bacteria. It doesn't kill it, but it stops it from breeding. But where I like to do that bit first, and then another bit once that bit works, and then another bit, the UV light will be the last thing. But we're never ever going to drink it, even though the UV light would get it to a point where you could drink rainwater. We won't be drinking it.
No.
It's just going to be nice to have clean water that when you're cleaning your teeth, it's been UV sterilised. It's not a problem. So that's winning. We're really pleased with that.
Yeah, very, very pleased. And then the plan is this water tower will eventually come down.
Yeah, that'll be taken down.
And that'll be nice to be able to get that away from the back of the house and to see the whole of the house without that there.
Yeah.
But now we know we're getting there with the water.
Because there's a lot of concrete where we're guessing where the render's fallen off, the lime render, and then they've just concreted it in. Maybe when the windows were done. So there's concrete there to come off.
There's a little bit above the window there.
Oh yeah, as well. There's no render behind the water tower. That's just fallen off.
Yeah, there's lots to do.
There is still lots and lots.
Pointing, rendering, plastering.
Pointing leads us on to.
Yes, it does.
The outbuildings.
Yeah, this is next on the list. And people may wonder why we keep on doing stuff outside when we got all sorts of things to do indoors. But the reason for getting this done is, and I'll shoot the camera over, we can't get in there properly because of all the soil, but not soil, the wood. Here, the internal part of the wall has just collapsed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We think, quite luckily, where we've had all this wood up against it, it's probably stopped it from collapsing properly.
Yeah.
But this needs fixing before that end wall goes, and until we fix it, we can't get a roof back on it.
No.
And until we get a roof on it, we have very little storage, no workshop space to be able to do the bits that we need to do in the dry.
That shed is the only outside space we have, and it's got everything in it. You can't move. So to then try and start working on the house,
Yeah,
inside the house,
because we're living in it.
we've, as you've seen, it's comfortable. It's warm. It's dry. It's our house. The telly's in the living room. There's, you know, it's all a creature comfort. So take your house, which is as it is, and go, right, let's pull all the plasterboard off the wall, or let's pull all the plaster off the wall. Because where are you going to put all of your stuff from that room?
We got nowhere to put anything.
Everything has a knock-on effect, and also getting a roof on this means it's then not going to fall down because it will have been structurally repaired. So, but that's on the list.
Yeah.
Dawn, we got some strawberries.
Yeah.
They're still in their pots. But we do have some strawberries growing, and we did get Luca one of the little greens lean-to
little greenhouse.
Just one of the small ones. He's got some tomatoes growing.
Yeah.
Planted some tomatoes, so the next stage can be in there. As we've said many a time, we're not gardeners, so it's all new to us.
A bit like everything that we've done, really. It's all been new.
Yeah,
so we are a little bit slow in
it's all
comparison
new.
to maybe other people.
I made
and
that.
there, Ben's made us a walkthrough, so we don't have to break our ankles on a couple of pallets that we had down.
Yeah, because the soil pipe runs through under here. They broke the concrete floor, laid the soil pipe, and then just put clay and soil on it. So it never ever dried out, so it always became muddy.
Yeah.
We did have 2 pallets down, as you will have seen many a time. The number of times I've nearly broken my ankles as my foot's gone through. So we decided, out of some old floorboards which we took out the house originally, make a little bit of a decked area. It's working well.
And then this leaning up against the wall there, that's
the wheelbarrow thingy.
I'm going to demonstrate. Oh, everything's falling over.
Yeah.
That's for the wheelbarrow, so that we've got a ramp up
Instead of a step.
instead of the step. We're a little bit out of practice. We've only been away 2 weeks, but I feel like we don't know how to do this anymore.
No.
We'll get better again. Right.
Or worse.
And now I've turned the camera. And this is where we are with out here. This, I'm hoping that somebody who knows about old farmyards, we know about the gully, but this patch, this circle, it doesn't really look like a circle from there because it's got that edge. We'd like to know what it is. It's been dug out, it's got a solid base, but it's definitely a circle.
And it's not, unfortunately it's rained.
Yeah, it's rained, so it's filled full of water.
But it's
now.
not deep.
No, it's not deep.
But that's stone underneath my feet.
Yeah. We need to be able to get the water back out to...
You want to take some photos,
I do,
don't
yeah. Take some photos. I'd like to, because I've researched online and I've not come across anything like this, other than it could be a fire pit, and I think people suggested that in comments anyway. The farmer next door, he come and had a look and he said, I've never seen anything like it. And it's not being removed. We like it, I like it.
Yeah.
We'd make a feature of it.
What
But just want to know what
it is.
what it is, what it was. So
But the water doesn't drain. It's really strange.
No, it just sits in there.
But Dawn did see videos of old footage where the cobbles were just in the earth, and that's where they sat working and doing what they did. So we're happy that that's what this area is.
Yeah, it's this circle. I'd just like to know. I like to know these things, so I did wonder about maybe taking some pictures and sending them off, like somebody suggested in the comments, to an archaeology university to see if they might have any idea. I've watched lots of different videos and not come across anything like this.
But
that's where we are with that.
And the plan with this is to get it level, then set the cobbles in a very hard lime or a concrete.
Let me come back.
To make a patio area, but the circle, the gully will still be there. Whether we turn the circle into an ornamental fish pond or whatever, the gully and the circle will remain. The rest will remain to fit our needs.
Yeah.
Somebody did say that we'll never get it back, and I can't remember if I said before, we'll never get it back to how it was originally.
No, it's
changed over the years to suit the farmer's needs. So its last stage will be to suit our needs, which will be some kind of patio-y area.
But it looks, even though it's so muddy still, it looks a lot better than it did before.
There's more exposed.
We can see all of the buildings. We've got a big pile of stones, and this is what we've found as we've gone along. And then the last few days we've been clearing
down to ground level.
Down to ground level over there for that building. The one that we've said before, it's not ours, but we did ask permission from the farmer if we could take some of the ivy off. And we've just taken the bank out where you can see the dark.
You can see how high it was.
You can see where it was. So we've done that.
For the sharp-eyed people, over there is a slurry hole, which possibly means there's a gully.
Yeah, but
we won't go there.
We're not digging all this out.
We're not digging anymore.
What else have we done? We just had a general tidy up, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
But we're going to walk you down to the land, and you can see at the bottom to see all the blossom, because that has just
that middle apple tree
crazy, hasn't it?
Amazing, isn't it?
So we'll give you a wander off down there so you can see everything that's popping out down there. You can see the house behind.
Oh, I mowed.
Really good. Oh yeah, you did.
I did mow.
You did mow.
When we got back, I said, right, must mow, because it's been overdue for weeks and weeks, but we had that much rain we couldn't possibly mow. And where it was nice weather, I said, right, I'm going to mow. So I got the mower, and
it's grown up already.
6, 7, I really went to town on it. You'll see.
Yeah. Right, so this is where Ben mowed. It's already starting to grow up again already.
Yeah, and when you know where to look, you can see the blossom from here. It's incredible.
Yeah, you can. So we follow the path. The blackthorn's lost all its blossom now. Might be a couple of pieces hanging on, and now has its leaves. And everything is leafing now. So it looks amazing everywhere. And look at the blossom. I'm hoping you can see it, because I can't see it on this little screen. If we come around this way.
But if you go back and look at an older video of when this used to be the hobbit hole. Maybe I'll find the hobbit hole and put it as a...
Yeah, because you wouldn't believe it was the same thing.
The hobbit hole was there, which we used to keep the chipper in there. And it was just
covered
in ivy and brambles.
But look at all the blossom. And this is a crabapple tree, I think.
Yeah.
So that one is doing really, really well.
Ever so well.
This,
Also, sorry Dawn, where we removed the ivy and physically removed the ivy, as you saw, we've got so much new growth coming on all of the branches. Now, we don't actually know what to do with these.
no.
Do we let some grow so they become bigger branches, or I don't know. Maybe you can help us, because we really don't know.
No, we don't know.
But we're just pleased that we took the ivy off, and that's how it spanked us. It's everywhere.
Start sprouting again. But there is a huge amount of blossom on this one. And as I was just about to say,
sorry,
the windswept tree isn't doing as well.
No, it's not.
Strangely, it's not a surprise because it is lying down on the floor.
It's completely on the floor.
This, pretty much this whole part hasn't really done anything.
It's got a couple of blossoms on, hasn't it?
But this part's done a little bit, but not a lot.
There's no new shoots on it. Certainly not where we'd expect
so
it.
we might take some cuttings of this.
Because the blossoms on it are,
Yeah.
they are really lovely.
But I can't imagine this
going for much longer. I'd really hoped we would have got a lot more new shoots.
Yeah, it just hasn't done anything, has it,
No.
like the other one has?
Yeah, this one, like you say, is... There's
a couple on the ends. But it must have suffered a bit more than the other side.
Yeah. That one branch seems okay, but it's at 45 degrees.
Yeah.
And
this is where we managed to put some soil.
Oh, along the back?
Yeah. And we got a dead hedge going on over there. Well, it was the fungi.
We did have a question about having access to the ditch.
Yeah, I did answer.
Yeah, the ditch on, as you walk down the land, the ditch on the left and the ditch on the right, they're ours. But the ditch at the bottom is actually the farmer's and part of that field.
Yeah.
So by us building that, we don't actually need access to that ditch because it isn't ours, it's not our responsibility. This is the wonky willow.
Wonky willow, doing quite well.
Going absolutely bonkers.
Sprouting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But everything's doing really well. Patch of raspberries.
Yeah.
Need propping up, but they're doing really well.
The
ash tree.
I don't know. Is there
sure.
any leaves on that? Oh, you found some. Yeah, you found some on here.
Yeah, it's
Poor ash
trying.
tree.
It is trying. But
anybody new to watching us, if it is dying, there's nothing we can do due to a disease called ash dieback, and it's going to kill 80 to 90% of ash trees across Europe. The two in the corner, one is definitely dead, the other I'm not so sure yet, but it's dying.
Yeah.
So
the one on the right looks a little healthier.
Yeah.
But all the hedgerows bursting into life, all the green of the hedgerows now.
Lots and lots of hawthorn, isn't there?
Looks great, yeah.
And we've had perfect weather for...
Can't see the mountain today.
No.
It's a little bit cloudy.
It looked lovely the other day,
yeah,
didn't it?
it did, with the sun on it.
Yeah. But we've had perfect weather for the drone going up, and where we've just been trying to clear a little bit more out the back and doing the little jobs and the tidying up.
We haven't managed to get it up there,
the drone up. But we're hoping this will look really nice.
Yeah, it's looking good. The little new plum tree's doing well as well.
Yeah.
That's where some more soil went.
Yeah.
We found little places for soil. and we got patches there that we're probably going to put strawberries in, and we have lots of plans, like we always have lots of plans.
Lots and lots of plans.
And that beast is the big apple tree that at the moment is still hanging in there, and the ivy that Ben removed from it has it's had an amazing effect, hasn't it? We can see all of it now.
It died really quickly.
It is too high for gathering your apples, unfortunately. But hopefully on the lower branches we might be able to get some of them. But it's getting really windy.
It is ever so windy, but this has started shooting.
Yeah, little new ones. Look at that.
And this is the one with the holes in the trunk,
Yeah.
which from comments and everybody giving advice doesn't appear to be an issue. So again, what do we do with the little shoots it's sending out? Do we try and let those turn into branches?
But everything's looking so green. I think in just a few weeks it's gone from nothing much
To
green.
in, yeah.
Yeah. And then we turn and we're coming back up where you can see the outbuildings and the house. And our raised beds that we haven't done anything with at the moment.
We've had 2 weeks off.
We've had 2 weeks off.
So although we've been doing bits, we weren't here the first week. And then the second week, yes, we've done bits. We haven't done anything major. You haven't missed anything.
No, there's been nothing missed.
There's nothing you wouldn't think, well, that's boring.
Yeah.
Talking of boring, actually,
Yeah.
talking of boring, we've always said that if we don't have content we think would be of any value, we're not just going to do a video. At the moment, we've got so many...
Just bits and pieces. We've got a bit more digging and uncovering to do, and raking and boring stuff, really.
Yeah, so we've decided...
And if you do find that boring,
yeah,
we've decided we won't film all of this.
because we were doing 3 a week, and we felt that once we started something, we had to carry on doing it and carry on doing it until it was finished. And it does get boring. It gets boring for you.
It does. It gets boring for us.
So we decided we're going to do a 1 a week video on a Saturday.
Yep.
And then once we start, like Dawn said, we've got the outbuildings to start repointing. We've got the all the grass around the house to remove, repointing the house and all of it. Then when we start doing bits and pieces like that, we'll look at doing 2 a week or 3 a week again.
Yeah, but at the moment...
We won't do 7 days a week, it killed us.
Yeah, no, that's not good for your health.
No, it's not.
It's not good for your mental well-being,
No.
your physical health.
So while we're finishing all of the bits off, we're going to do 1 a week on a Saturday. We will film the bits we are finishing off.
Yeah.
And hopefully on a Saturday we can go, look at that, we finished that, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Especially that bit.
Yeah, that's going to be a long time,
Yeah, it
finishing
is.
that.
It
But
will.
to get all of it flat is our goal,
Yeah.
really, until we stop focusing all of our attention on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of leaving a job half done.
No.
So it needs at least that little bit done. And it will be an ongoing thing, won't
Yeah.
it, to get this all sorted.
It will. But it's lovely to be back.
It is.
We really looked forward, although it was really nice to see family and to see friends. It was lovely to come home. We've always felt this is home.
Yeah.
And coming in, and luckily our neighbour, she was coming in twice a day
Yeah.
to feed the cats, and she'd set a fire for us in the kitchen, so it was lovely and warm.
Yeah.
So it is really nice to be back. We hope you're pleased we're back.
Yeah.
Now you've seen the
Hope so.
notification. And what is it? It's Monday. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So we will see you Saturday.
Saturday.
Thank you so much for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Go on.
I just wanted to say because I've been doing comments here and there, and I just wanted to say for the people that have been binge watching whilst we've not been here and gone back over and caught up on everything, thank you. Thank you for doing that,
very much.
There's quite a few videos to go through, but yeah, we do appreciate that you've done that and taken the time to, sorry, little leaf fell. I'm so easily distracted. Yeah, just to say thank you really for doing that, and thank you for commenting whilst doing it. Yeah, it means a lot.
So that's us.
Yeah.
And we'll see you Saturday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.